And up for grabs, a spot in the governor's mansion and also one on the Senate floor. Fox 43's Michael Gorsegner joins us this morning to break down the races and also where the candidates stand. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, Christina. To be exact, there are 56 days until Pennsylvania voters make a decision on a new governor and a new senator. At stake, control over a state that is predicting a multi-billion-dollar shortfall in the coming years and a spot in Congress that has been filled by the same man for almost 30 years.
Thank you, Pennsylvania!
It seems like just yesterday, the four candidates for governor and Senate were triumphantly touting their primary wins, talking of the November elections far in the future.
Let's come together and let's prevail in November.
Now only 56 days remain until the midterms and the races are heating up. The two biggest clashes, the run for the governor's mansion and the race to the Senate floor. A recent Rasmussen poll puts Republican gubernatorial candidate and current Attorney General Tom Corbett comfortably ahead of Allegheny County executive and Democratic candidate Dan Honorato. The poll showing Corbett up by some 13 points.
I think the Republicans are going to gain. I don't know if they're going to gain as much as they think they're going to, but I think they will gain.
Potential voters also given Senate Republican candidate Pat Toomey an edge over Democratic challenger Joe Sestak. The Rasmussen poll showing Toomey with a 6-point edge over Sestak, garnering 45% of the vote compared to just 39% for Sestak. Sestak will be hoping for some of that same magic he pulled off in May when he defeated 5-term Senator Arlen Specter for the Democratic nod. Still, with uncertain economic times ahead, some voters are skeptical any chosen leader will change the path the country is heading down.
I mean, I've watched politics my whole life, and it doesn't ever change. I mean, it doesn't make any difference which party's in office, which one's controlling Congress.
It'll be very interesting to see how these elections play out, all of the anti-government sentiment across the country. At last check, President Obama's approval index stands at about -20, with far more people strongly disapproving of the president's action than approving. And now, guys, these are important numbers looking at the president's numbers because a lot of people look at it and say there's anti-government sentiment right now. Combine that along with kind of the Democrats in charge, and people could be looking for a change and, not giving the Democrats much of a look. 2 years with the economy still having problems, it could be interesting in looking ahead.
Are some of these low approval numbers for Sestak and for Honorato kind of a reflection of not voting against those candidates, but just voting against Obama and his policy?
Yeah, a lot of that is the thought process now that a lot of what people look at with Tom Corbett is name recognition. Everyone knows him as the Attorney General. Take that, combine that in that race with, the anti-democratic sentiment right now, and that's why a lot of these numbers stand as they are.
Okay. We'll be interested.